Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Allow me introduce myself. My name is Salsa Izzatil Ummah. I'm from Chemistry Class A. My name is 240-603-110-019. I would like to show my respect and gratitude to our lecturer is Professor Dr. Haji Munirul Abidin Magister Agama for giving me the opportunity to present. Today, the topic of my presentation is the development of Islam in Spain. I hope this presentation will be usable and valuable for all of us. Let's begin. Okay, first I will presentation about the Islamic history of Andalusia. Andalusia in Spain was a major center of Islamic civilization. Rivaling even Baghdad, the Muslim conquest of Spain began during the reign of Khalifah al-Walid of the Bani Umayyah from 705 until 715 Masehi, based in Damascus. Before the conquest of Spain, Muslims had controlled North Africa and made it one of the provinces of the Umayyad dynasty. Full control of North Africa occurred at the time of Khalifah Abdul Malik from 685 until 705 Masehi. Khalifah Abdul Malik appointed Hasan bin Nu'man al-Ghashani as the governor of the region. At the time of Khalifah al-Walid, Hasan bin Nu'man had been replaced by Musa bin Nusayr. In the time of al-Walid, Musa bin Nusayr expanded his territory by occupying Algeria and Morocco. In addition, he also perfected the conquest of the former territories of the barbarians in the mountains. So they pledged their allegiance and promised not to make the kind of disturbance as they had done before. In the process of conquering Spain, there were three Islamic heroes who could be said to be the most meritorious in leading the army to the region. Key figures played crucial roles in the significant historical event. They were Tariq bin Malik, Tariq bin Ziyad, and Musa bin Nusayr. Okay, next. Key figures in the Islamic conquest of Spain. There is three. Is number one, Tariq bin Malik. Although fielded only 500 soldiers, the pioneer and scout returned with considerable ghanimah or spoils of war. Then number two is Tariq bin Ziyad. As the leader of the conquest of Spain, he successfully seized Gibraltar, the strategic gateway into the Spain. Tariq bin Ziyad is better known as the conqueror of Spain because his army was large and the visuals were more tangible. His army consists of the most of the barbarian tribes supported by Musa bin Nusayr and some of the Arabs sent by Khalifah al-Walid. The army then crossed the strait under the leadership of Tariq bin Ziyad, the place where Tariq and his troops landed for the first time. Was later known as the name of the lane. For the first time, became known as Gibraltar Jabal Tariq, taken from his own name, Tariq. With the control of this area, the door was widely opened to enter Spain in a battle a place called Baca. King Roderick was defeated. From here, Tariq and his troops continued to conquer important cities such as Cordova, Granada, and Toledo. Toledo is the capital of the Gothic kingdom at the time. Region Visigoth territory in Spain include the province of Narbonne. Narbonne is present-day southern France, and this was also occupied by Islam in 715 or later. Before Tariq conquered the city of Toledo, he asked for additional troops to Musa bin Nusayr in North Africa. Musa sent additional troops of 5,000 personnel, so that the total number of Tariq troops was 12,000 people. This number was not comparable to the much large Gothic army of 100,000 people. Then number three is Musa bin Nusayr. He helped facilitate the effort of Tariq bin Ziyad by sending military reinforcements and strengthening Muslim force in conquered territories. Musa bin Nusayr then led further expansion himself, conquering important cities such as Seville and Merida, and helping to establish Islamic government structure in the new territories. Okay, next, a factor that facilitate the easy entry of Islam into Spain. At last, two sets of factors facilitate the relatively easy entry of Islam into Spain. There is external and internal factors. External factors such as Spain experienced widespread instability in its social, political, and economic system. Then, the ruling power was intolerant of other religions. Then, a rigid caste system dominated Spanish society. Then, the Spanish army, weary and demoralized from previous conflict, lacked the will to fight effectively. Then internal factors. The internal factor is the Muslim leaders and soldiers were very united and confident. Then the teaching of Islam resonated with the desire of the people of Spain, promoting tolerance, brotherhood, and mutual assistance. Okay, next, the development of Islam in Spain. About 7.5 centuries passed between the time Islam first arrived in Spain and the fall of the less Islamic kingdom, during which time Islam made a significant contribution to the beauty of architecture and the advancement of philosophy, science, jurisprudence, music, and other artistic media. Sixth era can be distinguished of the long history of Muslim in Spain, namely first period. First period is from 711 until 715 Masehi. In this period, Spain was under the rule of the trusted appointed by the Khalifah Umayyad based in Damascus. In this period, the political stability of the Spanish state had not been achieved perfectly. They came from outside and from within. Next, second period. Second period is from 715 until 912 Masehi. This period saw Spain ruled by an Amir. Amir is commander or governor, but was not subject to the central government held by the Khalifah Abbasiyah in Baghdad. The first Amir was Abdurrahman, a descendant of the Bani Umayyah who managed to escape the pursuit of the Abbasid. Furthermore, his success in establishing Umayyad dynasty in Spain at a fairly young age, namely in his late teens or early 20s, he was nicknamed Al-Dakhil because he was the first Bani Umayyah prince who entered Spain. Then third period. Third period is from 912 until 1013 Masehi. In the third period, Abdurrahman III assumed the title of Khalifa, which meant that the glory of Islamic Spain at its peak. The University of Cordova was established, which became the center of knowledge from various regions. After the death of Abdurrahman began to emerge various internal conflicts. Then fourth period. Fourth period from 1013 until 1086 Masehi, Spain was already divided into several small states in certain cities. More than 30 small states under the rule of factional kings, nevertheless intellectual progress continued to flourish. The fourth period saw an influx of internal strife, internalized disputes. When there was a civil war, there were some parties who asked for help to the Christian kings. Then the fifth period. Fifth period is from 1086 until 1248 Masehi. Although Islamic Spain was already defeated in certain cities, there was one dominant force, the Murabitun dynasty. The Murabitun dynasty itself was a religious movement forged by Yusuf bin Tashfin in North Africa. His success in the established a kingdom in Marrakesh and managed to enter Spain and conquer it. Okay, the last is the sixth period. The sixth period from 1248 until 1492 Masehi. Under the Ahmar dynasty in the sixth period, Islam ruled only in Granada, straight back to progress as in the time of Abdurrahman an-Nasir. The defense of Spain ended because there was a dispute among the courtiers for power. Abu Abdullah Muhammad was unhappy that his father appointed his other son to be his successor as king. Because of this he rebelled and tried to seize power, this even being the cause of this father's death. His father was killed and replaced by Muhammad bin Sa'ad. Then Abu Abdullah asked for help from the Christian rulers so that the cult overthrew the legitimate rule at the time. In the end, the Christian rule united the two great Christian kingdoms through marriage and attacked Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah was unable to face this attack finally lost the region of Islamic rule in Spain and in years 1492 Masehi. The progress of Islamic civilization in Spain. Islam progress in Spain was sparked by significant advancement in various fields such as intellectual advance, religious science, and advancement in architectural. In intellectual advance, there is four. Is number one, philosophy. Philosophy in Andalusia began from the 8th to the 10th century. Then in science, science consists of medical science. There is basic, mathematics, astronomy, chemistry, botany, zoology, geology, and medicine. Scientific figures in the field of astronomy, one of them is Abbas bin Farnas. In the field of medicine, Ahmad bin Iyas of Cordova. As for the field of medicine, namely Ummul Hasan binti Abi Ja'far. In the field of geography, namely is Ibnu Jubar. While Ibnu Khaldun is a formulator of the philosophy of history, the author of the book Muqaddimah. Then number three, language and literature. During the Islamic period in Spain, many were expert and proficient in the Arabic language, including among them Ibnu Sayyidi, Muhammad bin Malik, Ibnu Khuruf, Ibnu Al-Hajj, and others. Then number four, music and arts. Music and art during the Islamic period in Spain were very popular. Music and art received a lot of appreciation from the ruling figures of the place. Figures of art and one of them was Al-Hasan bin Nafi. Then religious science. Religion science there is two, is tafsir and fiqh. Tafsir, one of the famous mufassir from Andalusia is Al-Qurtubi. His full name is Abu Abdullah Muhammad bin Ahmad bin Abu Bakar bin Farhan al-Khosraji al-Andalusi. Then fiqh. In the field of fiqh, Islamic Spain is known as the center of the Maliki school of thought. The one of introduced this madhab in Spain was Ziyad bin Abdurrahman. His further development was determined by Ibnu Yahya, who became Qadi during the time of Hisham bin Abdurrahman. Other fiqh experts were Abu Bakar bin Al-Qutiyah, Munis bin Sa'id al-Baluti, Ibn Rushd, and others. Then, advancement in architectural development. Significant architectural achievements are evident in cities such as Cordoba, Granada, Seville, and Toledo. Cordova was the capital of pre-Islamic Spain, which was later taken over by the Umayyad dynasty. The city of Cordova was built and beautified by the Muslim rules. A large brick was built over the rive, the ruins of the center of the city. Then number two is Granada. Granada was the last place of defense for Muslims in Spain. Here gathered the remains of Arab power and Islamic thinkers. Cordova position was taken over by Granada in the final days of Islamic rule in Spain. Its architecture building for are famous of Europe. Then number three is Seville. The city of Seville was built during the reign of Al-Muwahhidin. Seville was once a beautiful historic capital. Originally, the city was a swamp. In Roman period, the city was called Romula Augusta. Then, it was changed to Seville. Then, the last is Toledo. Toledo was an important city in Andalusia before it was controlled by Islam. When Romans controlled Toledo, the city was made the capital of the kingdom. And then, when Tariq bin Ziyad ruled Toledo in 7 and 12 Masehi, the city became the center of Muslim activity, especially in the field of science and translation. The decline of Islam in Spain. Due to both internal and external conflict, Islamic rule in Spain gradually declined. The causes of the decline of Islam in Spain include there is internal factor and external factor. Internal factor from Islam itself, such as the system of appointment to the Khalifah was unclear, then the emergence of small kingdoms, then tribal fanaticism and interethnic conflict, then economic difficulties. If external factors from outside Islam, from authentic Islam is the remoteness of Spain, conflict between Islam and Christianity, and the defeat of the North Africa Islam dynasties. Okay, next conclusion. There were three brave men named Torif, Torik, and Musa who brought Islam to Spain by crossing the strait separating Morocco from Europe. During the Algalabia raid, Islam crossed the Strait of Carthago until it reached Sicily. The entry of Islam into Europe had the impact of accelerating the progress of civilization, including advances in science and architectural beauty. The import of Sicily as the main channel for the spread of knowledge and spiritual practice of Muslims cannot be spared from the progress of the Western world or Europe. Under Islamic rule, progress was achieved not only in the field of science, but also in agriculture and mining. There are six eras that, that can be there are six eras that can be distinguished from the long history of Muslim in Spain, namely the first period, the second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, and sixth period. Okay, next conclusion. There were three brave men named Torif, Torik, and Musa who brought Islam to Spain by crossing the strait separating Morocco from Europe. During the Algalabia raid, Islam crossed the Strait of Carthago until it reached Sicily. The entry of Islam into Europe had the impact of accelerating the progress of civilization, including advances in science and architectural beauty. The import of Sicily as the main channel for the spread of knowledge and spiritual practice of Muslims cannot be spared from the progress of the Western world or Europe. Under Islamic rule, progress was achieved not only in the field of science, but also in agriculture and mining. There are six eras that can be that can be distinguished from the long history of Muslim in Spain, namely the first period, the second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, and sixth period. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope my presentation will be useful and valuable for all of us. I'm sorry if many mistake. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.